Once a year, I usually go on an annual backpacking trip, and there is so much stuff. Now, what's cool about this is I was talking with Alex. Basically, I took all my stuff, right, and I put it all in one area so I can figure out what's good, what's not, right? It's very much like video editing. So again, that's how I'm tying this whole thing in, and why I'm showing you guys this stuff is that very much this is putting systems in place, being organized, getting all your stuff out so you know what pieces you have to work with, and then trimming down so that you only take what's necessary. So anyway, can't wait to take you guys with me on this trip. It's gonna be so much fun. Good morning. We just got up after staying in this cabin, and now we are heading up the mountain. All right, so this morning, pulled the pack out, and this thing was pinned on my pack all night. So my straps are all soaked, and I have no water. So great way to start a trip. Dude, that looks pretty sketchy. Just kidding, just looks a little shaky. You just saw that we just did our first stream crossing, and what's funny is the reason that I go so cautiously across that thing is that the first year that I went, I actually fell in. I was trying to do some filming, and it didn't work out too well. So beautiful out here, about 77 degrees. Just so cool to be out here in nature. I'm so fortunate to be able to come up here and spend some time out in the outdoors. I think the other hard part is, like, I totally enjoy being prepared. Like, I spend a lot of time, effort, money even, to be prepared, and yet the fact that I don't have water, it's like, anyway, that's like one of the most important things, right? Is making sure you have water. So anyway, we're just coming up right now onto a lake, and I'm just looking forward to filling up. It's funny too, because I almost left my water purification, you know, at the car. And at the end of the day, man, I have to take care of myself, not just rely on what other people have. Even though, I mean, I'm up here with a bunch of friends, family, and that, I mean, I'm sure they'd help me out, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a burden on other people. Whew. What's cool is what's behind me, which is, gosh dang it, I just dropped my pole just because I wanted to show you guys how awesome this looks. Anyway, that's Hell Roaring Lake behind me. And anyway, all right, well, made it up here. Greg said it was about 7 miles in, 7.1. And thank goodness, like, man, my pack this year, I bet it's probably over 50 pounds. But anyway, it's incredible. I don't even know. And of course, video sometimes does not do its justice with what you can see with your eye, but it's amazing. So, all right, so check this out. I'm doing a time lapse right now because these clouds are absolutely amazing. Check this out. All right, I got my camera set up here. Doing a time lapse. Dude, look at those clouds. Yeah, look at just how awesome this is. So what's funny to me is, like, this almost looks like a Nike shoe, and there's like a swoosh of white, which is kind of cool. Check this out. If I zoom in, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see them, but this is where our campsite is going to be. Straight across from here, and there they are. Day one is a success. Got to camp, made it here. Got Anthony fishing in the background. We got a fire going. Did some laundry, got my stuff all washed up, and anyway, we're just hanging out. I think my wife always gives me a hard time because I forget things that she says or whatever, but check this out. I don't just remember my own things. Like, I knew that we were gonna be coming up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and leaving home Sunday, right? So in my phone, I actually made like a food chart, basically, and I listed out each meal, what I was gonna have, and everything. But the crazy thing is I started on Thursday, but we actually drove up on Wednesday.
So I was totally a day off. So now, basically, I don't have enough food. I wasn't smart enough and I didn't prepare enough food for this trip. So now I'm kind of freaking out because I feel like an idiot. So like I barely made it like today. And mind you, I have a ton of stuff, right? Like I brought a lot of stuff and I want to have fun with this trip. But I'm like thinking to myself right now, like, how did I forget food? It's like the most important thing. Not to mention at the start of the trip, I didn't have water. I'm like going crazy here because I'm hoping to have enough stuff to be able to make this trip like enjoyable and doable. The other thing is, I don't think I would have had room if I was to add any more food, and might be rationing food or trying to like borrow from somebody else, which sucks, man. I don't want to have to do that. Whole point of being outdoors is to be how to be reliable on yourself. Anyway.
All right, so we are at day 2 right now, and today what we did is we're just doing day hikes up to some lakes. But this was the main, I think, feature of today is coming to see this little waterfall. Now the reason that I wanted to shoot here is just to show you that a lot of times people think that it's pretty to film in front of a waterfall, but you can probably barely hear me. So if you ever want to, you know, have a nice scenic background, make sure you get further away from the audio source.
This is kind of cool. Got ski poles, just going down the snow. The quickest way, kind of safest way really, because this is kind of steep and rocky. Dig your heels.
Dang, the lighting is a little bit harsh today, but anyway, we just hiked up this waterfall area, and now we're up at this like lake. It's just glass. It just looks awesome. I mean, just look at that reflection. Super cool. Crazy. The clouds today are awesome. Like, anyway, there's tons of snow up where we're at. So what's cool is I got a time lapse going in the background here. We've got blue skies. I mean, look at that. So cool. Hopefully this thing turns out. There's a bunch of clouds coming right there to block out the sun. So here's where I'm heading next. Now the guys, they ended up going up over here, but I knew that the view wouldn't be as good as it is over here, right? Because if you see, there's like trees and stuff over there. It would just be blocking the view. Where here is a nice opening, you know? So sometimes you gotta go with your gut, and I'm glad that I did, you know? Now mind you, they're over there, who knows what they're doing. Hopefully they don't leave me, but you know, it's worth doing it just to get some cool video. This is just super cool to be up here capturing this beauty. And again, what I'm hoping happens is that this time lapse here turns out just as cool as it does to the eye. Like, it is amazing up here. Dude, what is this, a boat dock? Yeah, my goodness.
Back in back rainforest. I feel like you should be the lead singer, not me. What goes on in your mind? I think that I am falling down. See the birds up in the sky. I think that I am upside down. Lady, be good, do what you should. You know it'll work alright. Lady, be good, do what you should. You know it'll be alright. One minute, two, 1 minute, what goes on in your mind? I am only down. Lady, be good, do what you should. You know it'll work alright. Lady, be good, do what you should. You know it'll be alright. Lady, be good, do what you should. You know it'll be alright. Oh! Lady, be good, do what you should. Know it'll be alright.
Nice. Really good.
Do you feel alright? And I say yes. I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful because I see the love light in your eyes. And the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you.
So day 2 is to an end. In the tent, I don't know if you can hear that, but we have thunder, and I don't know what that means for us for tonight. So this should be pretty interesting. Today was actually a pretty cool day. We ended up hiking up to some upper lakes, which was pretty cool because we met up with Ryan and Anthony. They were both fishing, and that was actually really cool. They caught 6 fish, which means that tonight we are all able to eat a fish. So that was pretty cool, especially because yesterday I was kind of freaking out a little bit about if I'm even gonna have enough food, you know, since I was off a day. So now I'm back on track. So that actually helped save me on that one. So that was totally cool. So thank you, Ryan, and thank you, Anthony. That was totally cool. Let's see. Anthony and Ryan were playing music, so that made it like really cool. I don't know if that's lightning going off in the background or a flashlight. That is crazy. Anyway, hoping to stay dry tonight. Hopefully we don't get rained out like we did 2 years ago. Try to be prepared for anything, right? So yeah, we'll just see what happens tonight.
Dude, if you wanted to make dinner out of that,
Yeah.
the chances of hitting it with a rock are super good from here. If it didn't have babies, would you do it?
No.
Today we are about to hike to the top of Mount Kramer, which is in the Sawtooth Mountains, and hope to make it up to the top in the next couple hours, and yeah, see if we get there.
We're just bouldering, hanging out. All right, so Anthony and them went this route. Just look at this. What a beautiful day today. All right, so there's Brett. You can barely see him, but at least he's wearing blue, so I can. I'm wearing green. I'm camouflaged today. I wonder if he can see me. a ninja.
All right, we got day 3 underway. Mosquitoes are bad where we're at, but I just wanted to show you kind of where we're at. We've got Brett walking the lake there in the background. Anyway, ate lunch up at the lake. Anyway, that was actually just really hard, man. Just doing the boulders like that. It's a huge boulder field. There's one spot that got like pretty sketchy, but here, survived it. We're just heading back right now. We kind of did the long way back.
Fabulous. What a wonderful trip. And a great videographer we have.
All right, so that wraps up this trip. We are all packed out, ready to go. Got my pack here. It's been an awesome trip. Brett even waited for me, which is awesome. And anyway, I'm gonna be documenting on the way down. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one.
Coming down off the mountain, eating a burger.
He said Ruben.
Yeah, I got Ruben.